I mean, it's always cool when you can get your hands on the ball. Obviously create some sacks. Still feel like we can play so much better, and I think that's the goal. For us to kind of, forget about this game. Obviously, our younger guys stepped up, played well, but we're getting into the thick of it. We got two real tough opponents that's coming up, and we got to try to find a way to get better and win the next couple games.
Let's go next to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Tyrann, are you at all impressed with what you guys have been able to accomplish in the secondary, particularly considering Juan's coming back, Bashad hadn't played at all, both Ward and Snead have missed at least one game because of injuries. You at all impressed by what you've been able to accomplish given that scenario?
Well, I feel like, obviously we have great coaching, obviously, with Coach Spags and, especially, Coach Merritt, Coach Sam Madison, even Connor, who helped us out, with a lot of nuggets throughout the week. I feel like all those men, really put the right kind of confidence, in us, and then obviously, competing against our offense, all training camp, Rashad, a lot of these guys have been getting work against some of the best, offensive players in the league. And so obviously I'm happy for them, man, for them to have the opportunity to play, obviously for a great team, but to do it on a big stage, to play well against some big time opponents, some good football teams. Just hoping that those guys can continue to get better, continue to stay motivated and hungry.
Let's go next to Matt McMullen. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Tyrann. Can you just walk us through your interception, what it felt like getting in the end zone tonight?
Oh, man, obviously it's cool. Anytime you can, score points defensively, especially for myself. I don't always get on the stat sheet, but just try my best to do my job, be where I'm supposed to be. And think the man upstairs took care of me tonight. So I appreciate that one.
Let's go next to Breland Moore. Go ahead, Breland.
Hey, Tyrann. So last year, a lot of you guys in this locker room really kind of stressed that you were finding your identity roughly around this time, honestly. Compare last year to this year, how proud are you of this defense for making incredible strides just in a year?
Yeah, I mean, I'm extremely proud. Anytime you have a new group, new coaching, it can take some time. It can take years for you to kind of, really get to that point where everybody's comfortable with, how you're performing. I think in our mind, obviously we understand, we're a prideful group. We work really hard. And I'm just more so happy that, we made the plays that came to us tonight. We didn't try to go out our way to do somebody else's job. We just caught the ones that they threw to us. And I think that's a big part of, building that confidence going forward.
Let's go next to Sam McDowell. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Tyrann, you seem a little bit hesitant to just glow about this defense, especially the secondary right now, and constantly talking about the things you need to improve. I'm wondering how much of that rhetoric is based on the fact that you have young guys back there, specifically in the secondary. You're just trying to sort of illustrate that message to them.
Well, it's a long season, and I think, it really is it's an any given Sunday league, so I think, obviously in my mind, we have to stay humble. We have to continue to work hard. Obviously we have to forget about bad plays, but I think the good games we've been able to put together, we got to put those games to rest. We can't dwell on them. I think every team that will face defensively, they're going to try to give us their best shot. So I think for me, being a leader of my group, I'm just trying to keep my guys humble, obviously, paint the picture for them that this is a long season, and any given Sunday we can, get exposed or we cannot be ready to play. So I think on my end, it's all about, getting them to focus on one play at a time and then trying to get better from, week to week.
We got time for a few more. Let's go next to Hannah. Go ahead, Hannah.
Hi there. I was wondering if you could talk to us a little bit about how you stay focused in your game in such an unprecedented time where you do have to be mindful of precautions and safeguards without being distracted from the week ahead.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a big challenge. I think football players, a lot of us, we like rhythm, routine. We like to stay in that. And I think right now, it's unfortunate that, a lot of people are having to go out of their way with their routine. But, I think we got a great locker room. I think we got a lot of guys in our locker room that love to play the game. They love to focus on practice. They love to focus on getting better. And I think that's a big part of the struggle, is when you have other guys around you that can kind of get you to check back in, lock back in, focus on the things that you really can't control.
We'll go to the last two. We'll go Nate and then Herbie. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Ty, you guys have played probably two of the strangest, weirdest games of the year. Obviously, what occurred with Tyrod right before kickoff, obviously having the game moved from Sunday to Monday. But Andy says you guys are some of the best on defense about learning quickly but still forgetting the past. I'm wondering, where does that come from with this particular group in your eyes?
Well, I think Spags do a great job of, reminding us, alerting us, even when we have a good game. I think he's the one that's kind of keeping us in check, keeping us humble, throwing out stats to us. Even when our offense score, for some reason on defense, we always give up a score. So we're always conscious of all these different scenarios, situations, and I think in our mind, we know we can be a great defense if we could just put it all together. And then, like I said earlier, it's just about forgetting about the bad plays, encouraging your teammates, moving on to the next play. And then when we're able to put together a good game, it's about putting that game to bed and then moving on. I think that's what great defenses do. They're consistent.
Let's go last to Herbie. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Tyrann.
Hey.
The Patriots are driving in the second half, and then you've got Taco Charlton who comes up with a big play and helps turn the tide. From a defensive point of view, how big was that for you guys to see him make that strip sack and so basically turn the tide of the game? It's
huge, and we knew coming into this game, obviously when the Patriots get in the red zone, they're one of them teams that they'll settle for 3 points, so I think obviously, they were in field goal range, but anytime you have the ability to eliminate the points, to not give them any points when they've already secured at least 3 points. I think those plays are the plays that get coaches fired up. I think those are the plays that get the defense going. And so we got a lot of guys like that are really willing to step up in those situations and be the guy to make that play. And I think Taco has been a great, addition. He's a great football player, but he's been a great teammate too since he's gotten here. So it's cool to see him have some success, in a Chiefs uniform.